Tonight's session is going to be very brief, and what I want to run through with you is very quickly an opportunity that we create. From Ideas at Work community, we constantly create what we call turn ideas into business. That's our core business. And we work very well with Properties at Work community because when you see this business opportunity, you may want to have a property for this business to be parked in your property. This is what we call the McDonald's model I talked to you about over the weekend. Am I right? All right. Now, how many of you have heard of Play by Ear? You have come across the advertisement. You have, You have seen advertisement from time to time. How many of you enroll in Play by Ear before? None of you, Okay, but you just saw the advertisement from time to time. Okay, very good. Now, the vision of Play by Ear is to inspire and empower individuals to become real musicians. We are not another music school. There is a big difference between, I'm going to elaborate a little bit to you, what's the difference between Play by Ear and other music school. What we basically, can see what the words that I underline here, real musician, the real way a musician will play music. Of course, later on Alex will talk to you more in terms of the product itself, alright? Now, the real musician will use a natural learning method. When you talk about music school, how do you learn to play, let's say for example, a piano or any instruments? How do people, what's the conventional way of learning? They learn by reading the notes. True or not true? And conventionally, it's everybody learn by notes. Isn't that true? All right. Generally, a lot of people do that. But how does composer compose music? Do they look at notes to compose? Never. So if you go back to time when composer who create music, they create from where? The head. Am I right? They create from the heart, they create from the head. The tone and the music, everything is in the head, not on the notes. Only those who have composed, written it, then the learner will learn it from the notes. Alright? So if you want to be a real musician, you want to go into how to have the music in your head, not on the book itself. Alright? And our mission for this couple of years is going to have a network. We want to build a network of what we call Play by Ear centers so that we can enable more Malaysians to enjoy what we call the natural learning method. In other words, you play by ear, you play by the original way of listening, and then you learn how to play from there. And we want to provide lifelong training for all our music coach. We don't call them music teacher because we want to go one step beyond. Coach means a coach is a person who is able to. A coach is a person who sees potential in you that you don't see in yourself. Not just in music, but in every other area as well. All right, and we believe that the one that how we're going to be a different music in this music arena is to provide lifelong training for all the music coach, all right, to be constantly trained. And we want to venture into new frontiers with continuous research and development. For example, Alex has so far published 3 books. Now, when you come up with music books, normally what do they put on the cover of a music book? Musical instrument. What else? What is commonly found on the cover of a music book? All the notes, all the tauge, isn't it? To those of us who don't speak music, we say tauge, isn't it? All the bean sprout. But you notice here, he doesn't put any of those things there. There is a purpose. And what was the purpose again, Alex? Why this picture? He has a purpose. Listen to him. What's the purpose here?
Something to start off, light to start off.
This is a light to start off. And then this one is?
Then you make it beautiful.
Alright, and then here is? You reach for the sky. So instead of putting all the ordinary music instrument and all the notes, he puts something that embraces the true purpose of music. Alright? Now, that's him, the founder, back in 1977. Alright? And at that time, he was actually just carrying the organ. Alright, and his boss pulled him aside and said, "Why don't you play for the audience here?" And halfway carrying the organs, he come up stage and play, and that was his first publicity. He captured the audience here, and the public took notice of him. Came out, wrote about him, came out in the Nanyang Press, and from that moment onwards, he has been coming out in paper every now and then. All right.